Well, yaba yadamu ina masi yada Gideon Henny Herbal Center for Assistance yada Yara Miller Activa Fertilizer for us NIB Ajimekuna say green organic food once yada ona say and a lucky VK Mr. Lucky about for the abedwa so yada onyina say beka won sem do na dey actually Alhaji akwaba
ya minya
bibia kama
ankobo ya che
okay Agyapong you want to say
oh madam and mon paibo
the hope is that by the end of my first term na asimfo so kwan let my more trouble
I know the one touch hey I answer genye
what call the some you
oh next year the near start hey there we here pa sorry
Alhaji Clara shall say instruction in row
ani
dia na ka kire mo
oh yeah bompa ya amom say ombeya because it's just SHS I have free
there be say September
o say
September
area ko September
so September say
so mo ka say ba ya free SHS after o mo say September so o mo say o awan particular onko and so election period o mo say nobody will be denied entry to SHS
because it's free.
They are just going to promote you a free promotion on go way they be american na am for say me ni omo kan nyina they say omo twi sign I mean they are just changing everything.
Okay, we are unable to.
They can't keep. I want to mean keep one promise, okay. one promise.
Without your front page comments, my mail front page.
I don't know front page. I don't know.
Of false start and unfulfilled promises, kitchen too hot for President Akufo-Addo. First Lady MPP beg Ghanaians.
Now, account topics are there, man.
They are where they are.
They say account topics are there, man. We can
discuss. Gruesome killing of Captain Mahama. Anger at military barracks. Ghana's democracy under threat. Akufo-Addo sweats over cabinet list. It lists numbers. It lists numbers.
Let me see, Papa. Oh, let's see, Papa. Anything I'm here, sorry, natural. What bray? Yeah, didn't you say one for into Jan 1 to me? Niente, 1 to me. It was a serious issue for him. Now, New Year, here, cabinet, how can you set a cabinet? Today, modern world, national security minister or cabinet minister. Local government, the heartbeat of governance, when local government minister, one cabinet. And then, if we see technology needs science, and it will be from one count. I mean, how can you say this is the right cabinet? Just cabinet of convenience. Yes, he said president can co-opt anybody to attend. But you see, cabinet, no. It is a collective of the government. That's why it's a cabinet decision and an approval. Apart from the fact that the PEX, or more PEX, a monument, they are part and parcel of the presidency. They take decision together, they vote. So how can you leave out the local government minister? Local government controlling 216 districts. And districts. One communication, information into one bubble about cabinet doro. It tells you what bloated ministerial appointments. And
when you're okay with that.
Unfortunately for him, so majority of the ministers every 2 regions of Ghana, Eastern and Ashanti region.
Wrong, Ghana.
Mankasa wrong. And the constitution, so Article 35, Directive Principle of State Policy, say, Omanpenyi bia anasa nipa bia o Ghana, uye bibia, you must be fair, you must take into consideration regional, gender, and other factors. That's why you ministers do not know free. Eastern region Ashanti. And the majority of them can ministers I will say omu constitute cabinet do do na free Ashanti in Eastern. Enti na ma want to mean to fan to dwan. And Central and Western region komu nyobia because transport new railway is not something which is major. Enti Central region ewo transport, Western region ewo railways. Enti na ma share that odi omu nyina ba cabinet.
I see.
You understand me? Enti that's not the real cabinet. You cannot do a cabinet and then leave out the senior minister, who is like a prime minister, the local government minister, the technology minister, the everyone say national security minister. I mean, then what kind of government are you running?
Okay, Agyapong. Maybe di buy na tuacho. Alhaji. Alhaji that's cabinet.
But Ukraine, he has a point. Media. Mentisa or no Alhaji Bature a green or say red. He's making a vital, raising vital points. Honestly, when him say, "Mimfa magrini enko tisenia or kani," but ostati so obubu na the ish. If the senior minister, if national security, especially local government, but president no one prerogative or no to make us say any power in the former cabinet. Indeed, I have nothing to say but environment. And again, you know, there are certain brains that you need them at all times. Safumafu, Kandapa, Professor from Pombwati.
I'm Agyapong Mama. Very experienced woman.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything. He do. In fact, I draw my attention. Me in fact, my granny and
oh, yeah, can none probably if he say, yeah, what Debbie, we want to help the government to govern the country properly.
Time, yeah, or before cabinet meeting, a vote, don't vote.
Yeah, they can't take decisions. They can only but they don't take part in decisions. So a buying person where policy we are, they don't take part. They don't vote. They only seek their advice, and that's the danger.
You see,
because
not me, I can't say, where the vision or the buyer, one district, one factory. It overshadows the local government ministry at the best, where the budget alone and the intention of a year. So in the area, he was torn between the two. Say, my vision, we promote to Sadi way. So I should always get the person at all time. But some issues, Alhaji, let me finish. Okay. I can't defend certain things. I'm not privy to it. This
argument about vision, and I'll try to take a cue from you. Say, anytime Ken call radio and TV, so can say young can because that is what will make this country free. That is what will build this country. What is about vision? What is the correlation between vision and the life-size government? What is the correlation? What is the you can prosecute your vision with 12 ministers, competent ministers. What you do is you get debts for others. That will not be a burden, too much burden on the state purse. You say you are coming to protect national purse, and you are dissipating it left, right, center. 110 ministers. Obiya benye bangalo, obiya benye viet, obiya benye security, obiya benye cook, garden. What kind of protecting of state resources no? When we all know, the whole world, no country has got this number of ministers. The whole world. Even America with 350 million population, all ministers are high. Nigeria, 170, all ministers are high. And then another Kuvado, vision, no, there's a like Amun all vision, the ministers are high. Once you have the vision, few ministers can prosecute the vision with the support of the technocrats. And you don't need to make somebody a minister before he or buy into your because minister no say 12,000 and 15,000. 1 month taking care of a minister is more than 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
You understand me? And look at the 110. You multiply by 12 months, multiply by 4 years. It's a drain on national press. And these excuses about vision. What vision? 6 months in here. At the end, no oya air from. They say what we are hearing, like Madam First Lady Eka. She is begging. And if you like, open and read, quote where we quoted it. Also, Moka Mukunu say, Omonsia will tell man and Akufa na. Boshena Mamma, Obedi Sunemu, Oba, Obehuza Mama, say, Bia, and they are failing a war to Neme and to Moka. She was telling the Queen Mother, Mon country Mukunum say, Omonsia will tell man Mikunu. No, Bayer. Okay. Is that a vision?
But what is wrong with that?
Is that a vision? Is that a vision? Nana Akufo the Obano, what country Ghana said, this country is not poor. God didn't place this country here as a poor country. Yes. You have the money.
Yes.
That's the slogan. We have the money. But we have the money. It is reckless dissipation. It is reckless. Now you come to government 6 months. Where is the money? Where is the money?
Alhaji, 6 months, any too early.
What is too? On the car, was it? Where was the? Oh, that is why I said they almost share them that Ghana for. Everybody who knew governance are buying, it said, our everyday life. Kennedy, what here? Obian is a millionaire. But I can tell you, if you pay 50,000 horses,
which is true.
But over Japan, more than 5 billion. Sana are buying a tier. Futo, and I say, my friends, the taxes. Yeah. What GDPR, duty, a tour, duties, and a fees, hospital, a DNA, and then, a bedroom by 20th. Not a buying percent or expected over 10 million this month. 10 million, you buy 5 million, and now 6 million. A buying crash for an argument for. And by 20th, Scout may omun target. And then they have to use it to pay workers first. And Sana, that's why you see that every government, right from Rawlings, National Health Insurance, Get Fund, Common Fund, all the statutory funds, who is always in arrears 4, 5, 6, 7 months.
Okay, Alhaji, my friend, say, okay, Agyapong. Alhaji, Wakanda say, even 30% of money so
I'll vote for them. I'll campaign for them.
You know, let's start with what First Lady said. Alhaji Bature, Ochiamane. What is wrong with it? Say, Okase, Munya Abutre Mamikun. Mon country Mukunum say, Munya Abutre no obetimi affix. And you're 2 years. What is wrong with that? Let me tell you. Where ufa interagencies crackeke between ECG and VRE. Eka Wadi way, where VRA, Greco, where all the agencies, Eka over $2 billion that Kanu Furiata, finance minister, has to find money to pay so that he can stabilize it. And when you see, your power, you catch them say more corrupt, more say or man, was correct. Because you were able to cover a lot of things. When we came, we've been able to uncover a lot of things. I just say, the magnitude of the problem, it is not what Alhaji Bature was telling us. It is not what NDC was telling us. Because they were suppressing information. Now we have it. What you here? And it will take time. What the 4 years, 8 years, I say of mine. Alhaji Bature sits here and says, young past 6 months and fix it of mine. How possible? How possible? What you say? Nyankopon can say, "Ana Yesu, what's me the daku beden? Ebebu edano, meboa, na me de nansa esi." Although he was talking about new ehwasem, I don't think what do 1 day ebui na nansa 3 days and what see. Another side of a year obetimi apart from that theological year oka. So it is easy to destroy and difficult to build. And that is the problem Nanado is facing now. And he's going to fix it. Wakacha say on ye. The man who had maybe a water to Nyoma. And now achievement that Ebini saying. Look, the degradation of our forests and our rivers in this country, Galamsey, if he has been able to minimize it about 90%, is it not an achievement? Now, the meeting that we held, they're going to find money to cover assassination. Yes. Yes. That is a way of even creating jobs for the youth. Yeah. We have to find money to cover assassination. Because I guess the future of our children is bleak. And if a president sticks his neck to say, number 20, we have to save this nation. And he's been able to do that. Alhaji Bature, how do you define success or management of an economy? What you are saying?
Thank you very much.
And all we are saying is that the magnitude of the corruption and the problems, the debt you left. And I'm called Minister of Energy. Minister in the document back, what they presented to Minister of Finance was about 254 million. Now with the 500 million a year. Yes. Now they have to pay. So what are you talking about? Nobody called Minister of Finance. Now 254 million. And when you was a Canadian, nobody called Finance. You capture say the NDC for contractors. This 500 and something million, they never presented it. If MPP Ama and Kabeden won't say, yeah. So who presented 250 million or 54 million? Namiba, Namasabe, who another 500 and something million, almost 800 million in one ministry. What do you expect? This is a Mahamino, and Kase Munya Butrena, Sanya Mahama, and in a buying as he say, or Mine Drew and Timunya Butrena never fix here. You find a problem with that? And the big attempt, and year so far, I actually said Nana Kufuado can't fix the economy. The man is on point. On winning, or no, or winning Ghana, my home. Yes. And if you have a problem with that, then I'm afraid. Tell me, Musi say, or money do you it's this time. Okay. And we are not buying time for anything. Once we are talking, say we need in this time, the man is still working.
Is it okay? Is it where their arguments, but be our argument in a fall flat? MPP see themselves as super Ghanaians. MPP, the whole.
How do they see
themselves? They see themselves as super Ghanaians. One thing, Nana Akufo-Addo was doing on man who first. President Mao was doing man home. One year Ghana, one Ghana. President Mills won't drink Ghana. That is the kind of mentality they have.
My dream is by
my brother. No president, nobody rise to that level that he doesn't think about the nation.
So
because
President
as Antifo na eka margins no president want to be disgraced. Master, he asked me a rhetorical question. How do you define success? And then I'm going to define success for him.
As a country,
an economic growth. I am going to define success for him. So Nima. And that is the wickedness of these people.
Which people?
This current government. Governance is a continuous process. One government built, another continue. Rawlings started it. He did his bit. President Kufuor continued. President Mills did his bit. Muhammad, he is not a Ghanaian. He didn't do anything for Ghana. You see, when we talk about success, Sabi. And yes, a sika one nipa bottom, and nature we is and I say you are successful. The mere fact that, for example, in the Ghana, Obi Abba, Ama Nde, among for Ekuta, yellow Ghana, I a hallmark of this country for about 10 years. Ubia Napa, Okuta yellow Ghana, Ekoran, Ekopensu. That is success. That alone is success. What me a pager water coverage in this country, almost from 50% to about 72% coverage. Success is when you are able to provide electricity to cover almost about 80. We are second to South Africa, and it all happened under Mahama. Success is when you have a president who has a vision that education is key to the building and development of society, and yet just not for us today.
Okay,
let me make this final statement. What me anya adwin say from independence up to Onuoba Obano, Ghana was 570 senior high schools. Onun Kwanse obesi almost half 200 to absorb the thousands and the 430,000 people's cultural BEC. Which classes are they going to state in? That is success when we talk about success. And then because of that success is Papa no Chokian. Omu by what is say Omusi Ombe Lore Kwambi. What is say Omusi Ombesi school dying be? What is say Omusi Ombesi Asibito? These are success because Obiayo. So you have the luxury now to do whatever you want to do.
Alhaji.
Yes.
But in the midst of all this success, John Dramani Mahama, this is your founder talking. That your definition for success, he sees that definition as a corruptible grouping of people.
I hope that you let Ken come in because I want to deal with the founder's speech holistically.
Deal with it.
No. It will take time.
Okay.
It will take time. It will take time. It will take time. It will take time.
Hey, yeah,
Manu
success on Tiasi. On this success,
because Miniska.
No,
Miniska.
It has nothing to do with money. But me pesa me chro state na Ghana won under President Kufuor's administration. Na baby 8 years more than Ghana could do. It's a complete setback. Yeah, must set you back another 8 years. And for us to build another 8 years, even to come to President Kufuor's level, it's a problem. And you call that success? What's the education where then? Or promising 200 and something schools. What's he saying? What's he saying? And then over catcher say success. What did you do with education? Tell us what you did. All I know is education. Mutumima Indian new contract. The total sum is $70 million. You tell him to add another 50 something. We ended up, the contract sum of $70 million became $132 million. And now the guy himself has reduced it by 30%. Is that what we call success in this country? Ensure. For the past 5 days, it's been gone. Ensure, ma. What are you talking about? What did you do? All you did was Ibrahim, a certificate of agency to Intermec. Over 300 million a year. No tender, nothing. From 2014. Yeah, their money back. Is that what you call success? Alhaji Bature, don't go there. Sawu tiwai, who call Kaswa interchange. Me think there's your pa, a bedroom etire. $250 million. Alhaji Bature, you call that success. You think we are dumb? You're too proud. Now, what be Jinaha circle interchange way? What can I say? 278. Oko airport. 200 and something there. One terminal. Say $270 something million. What we are asking Alhaji Bature is that one block now we see as another terminal. Ethiopia, the sea airport. So if you want to know success, we are telling you value for money.
So it's the prudent management of resources.
Precisely. That is why former president, from the founder of NDC, is telling you that because of greed and corruption, you lost this. What do you say? Then you come and sit here, you are going to deal with what? The man has spoken the truth. And so it goes to NPP for. They should put their acts together. And they should stop dealing with NDC corrupt businessmen. As someone rolling say, let me tell you, I have said this before. One security agent at the top, no catch them, 2015. Was it NDC will lose this election 2016 because of Randiabe and Ibrahim Mahama? Did we lose? Whether he was right or not, they lost. As someone rolling say, NDC MPP for Entrao and from Waba. What do you say? Now, Wakasama Mayina and yet NDC for one or Kama. The expectation of Ghanaians, they have no patience at all. Utie and some of my static say a break a dangerous for our party. And the best from those responsible for the development of this country. Almost every and from what. Now, Rollins has more kaya, Alhaji Bature could deal with them. On Penucretie, you preempted NDC laws.
Yeah, in its papers.
In your papers. And today you want to sit here, one will promote to Mahama, and Mahama is in the lead. What lead? Who the Mahama baby ma? And your 20,000 votes, Gramunya. Mofan Raya Channel. Yes, no, what you say, President Gra, or manipulate easy ground will lose you. Nanya. What you say? Empty. All we are saying is that, or minor, a pro attitude, but we are going to fix it.
Okay.
And we'll fix it. Empty. So that now, Kasa, and I ensure, and I'm here say, at what cost? At what cost? Because constituency, I see a wisdom. Now, more extra baby are offering any pra. Asia. A koya ye ananke be a small dam. To serve Dunkwane asin and ye. And ne kokore and yes. What do you say? And some BS is in tea. Yempesi beka galamse wasem. On Captain Mahama, Yankopon, Major Mahama, Yankopon, and Fan Crazy. I think, say, Oma Nyadi. All right. Brantiani Maba Wanwa, Sadi. You can't take the law into your own hands. And Obi, we are even Obia, Philly, welcome Nipa Krana. Our law doesn't justify, say, Yaman instant justice. Mintimi Radiano, Obi Yi Kakra Chems in no way. Nipa pa. Debbie Oma Nyadi, they went too far. But an empty son, an anum, a way ya honina, a bograyi, a paye, a pacho. Obiam Fanche. This has nothing to do with President Mahama. The family, a nipa, and a woo. Whether we President Mahama, what fancy you, where you, or your nipa. He shouldn't die the way he died. And I disagree. More beyond for politics in Tunche, we should condemn the act because Adiayano, everything you have to me. Would you say, I am starting and come once educating conform Mose, will be a money crown and quarter from no fees were cromfoa, Monchichen and Fanco police station. It is young condemn Musa way. Now Obia taking law into his own hands because when I'm giving me a pie of cromfo. Now we are very innocent. Ebi asotro mi yerbi na abo mi na de call police station. Me kwa metimi ayi man no say oh there be ebia me as enipa asemesi anase say. Ba say ekroma anopa no nwotwe. Adabi o ma nya de. Ntimi de me nyame politics sa because me wie ya na me Alhaji Bature akotno. No anu aka che oh me bona na kufu adu di pe na wa say program no nti da bia me boni di abose na yesre aso bati say yeah ham bibi no obi ya defending the party and no nkire say me against him and say or against me and honestly what happened to the army officer very very bad. We don't hope say this thing will happen again. Okay, Alhaji, but as for bogus administration of Mahama, bogus, where you corrupt. Okay, Rollins, yeah, Mammy can't baby every day. Someone, where do you come from? Kayo and what can say? If you ride a lame horse into a race and you lose the race, your priority must be to cure the lameness of the horse. Deal with it and let me see. I like it, Bature. Okay, so Rollins is how we are corrupt. Was it Cheche and the Ombu baby say free in Suasi, Bakacho said, Denjaman. Bakacho said, was it Bombo Chichi? Okay, if in Suasi, Bakacho said, Denjaman. Yaninachi. Because the founder of the party himself is telling you.
Oh, my. First of all, President Mahama, and ex-President Mahama, that lame horse, I didn't support it. I didn't appreciate it. He shouldn't have said it. It's wrong. There are so many things. Okay, I agree. This dead goat syndrome, and I supported him when he vowed that teacher training allowance restoration and nurses. Say, I know the member will lose, and he's prepared to lose. Actually, then almost started say, almost gymnastics. Honor, I disagree with him. I supported him when he spoke in Parliament. Say, so we fix it. Can you say, anybody will lose power? He likes it. That's courageous man. What she say, he is not bent on staying in power. But when Nipa, he has made mistakes, and we all make mistakes. But President Rawlings is very sad. You are who? I don't even know where to begin and where to end. This is somebody who has inspired some of us. For 35 years, I defended Rawlings and Rawlings' legacy, and that's why I'm defending NDC.
Rawlings.
Even against my father. May his soul rest in peace. My father suffered under Rawlings in 79. He suffered under Rawlings in 82. But I was a PDC chairman. Rawlings' government took me to Mecca as a welfare officer in 1982. And I'm on a Alhaji title. And I defend the NDC and the Rawlings, whatever it is. But you see, baby, I walk on. He's going to force some of us now to also expose him. Of course. And because, sir, if he doesn't want anyone to drink from the pot, then let's break the pot. 19 years, the longest serving head of state of this country. Carol is to me, Sisa Ghana, and then we won't talk about Kufo Mills Mahama Akufado. And then she said, but he could have done better. He was so naive. His administration was so naive. When Nigeria, Malaysia, and others were moving high-tech, he was just confined to this cutting of cocoa. That was the revolution we had. Issue about integrity. I can vouch. I'm fasting today. Say, Rawlings has never stolen Ghana money. When you're corrupt, as far as financial issues are concerned, we're better 19 years. I can vouch. Say, well, I'm funding Ambo on my kitty. And now on my sika. To the extent that ni watch or nice watch be obi chen a sacred no the ama e the colande say enco repair head of state for 19 years. Enco repair watch. Why won't you buy a new one? Even gold plated. But that's Rawlings for you. But the fact that you didn't steal money, the fact that you are not corrupt as far as Ghana resources are concerned, and then say you can stand the integrity test. Rawlings cannot even pass 10% of integrity test.
Former President Rawlings.
Former President Rawlings. Oh. So when he comes and when you talk about integrity, probity, accountability, what is probity and accountability? Let me remind you. I mean, tell one thing. Rawlings, according to the Constitution, every president who take office, that's a free power. You must account to Ghanaians. The Rawlings go to Parliament to account to Ghanaians in 2000 before he left office. No. Rawlings never accounted
for stewardship.
For his stewardship. In 2000, I'm a Ken Crunchy Echo Samano Shraj. Assembly Edaso Edda Shraj in the army. Is that accountability? Is that probity? You are enjoined by the Constitution to address the nation, give them a picture, the state of the nation. You didn't do the address. Is that probity and accountability? You see, Rawlings, and then I'll say 2 million about the demand. I am here. I wish I can look at him and ask him, where was that $5 million you told me?
Who told you?
He told me.
That?
Rawlings told me. That's why I say, you see, it's very sad. Or can't tell me. I'm not going to discuss all. But I say, I wish I would look at him and ask him, Chief, the $5 million you said they brought, and you said you made them to send it up to Obed. Is it different from the 2 million you are talking of? I will look at him and ask him. I was in the room. I didn't know anybody brought money. What was the between only Obed Ebai? He says Obed squandered the 5 million. So are you the man of integrity, the incorruptible Rawlings? Okay, young fan say Abacha ma 2 million. Abacha were another sovereign state head of state. Naked where say oji naira, oji dollars. Onya $2 million for him and odi be chell. Don't you ask yourself that he stole the people of Nigeria's money and brought it to you as a gift? Oaji. Can you stand integrity test? You took gift from a thief. A year you know why 2 million. Now the 2 million, what did you use it for? Was it nationalistic? Or where was it nationalistic purpose? And you know, Mr. Rawlings, it's not true. So you see, corruption, a very serious issue. Maka said he didn't steal Ghana money. That one I can swear, I can vouch. But it doesn't make him clean. Rawlings is one of the greatest manipulators in this country. And when we talk about corruption, it's about dishonesty, it's also about your ethical behavior. It's not just stealing or stashing money. Corruption, abroad, even moral corruption. Your wife is the most corrupt woman in Ghana. Who? Nana Konedu. Nana Konedu is the most corrupt woman in Ghana.
How do you substantiate this?
I will substantiate when they dare me in court. They should dare take me to court.
No, but I won't even cast out without
I say I will substantiate when. Yes, he called when Rawlings said the NDC is greedy. You were announced reading with glee. Wanka. I'm a Agyapong Ebosu. Konedu is the most corrupt person. All the GNTC properties are here. All the GNTC properties are here. Star Hotel, assassinating are here. Only Dr. Banafo, what are they doing in court? Hey, this man shouldn't provoke some of this. They shouldn't provoke. Yeah, I will not sit here and spew lies. The 31st December schools, are here. That cocoa factory, mills 5 million, man, are here. You see, you may not be corrupt. Your wife, you sleep with on bed. How did she acquire all these resources? Canary, in some Canary. How did she take care of your children in school, in London? So you see, that's why I say Rawlings cannot pass integrity test. We know him. He's our boss. He's our founder. He's our inspirer. We defended him. Today, Akufo-Addo has come because you are afraid that he may open Nana Konedu's case. Akufo-Addo. That's the secret behind all what is happening to Rawlings and Konedu. They are scared of Akufo-Addo. Omunim say Akufo-Addo, in fact, he vowed before long, since 2008, to open cases against anybody who has squashed Ghana money. And who and Rawlings and they are placating him. They don't like him. Rawlings hate Akufo-Addo to the marrow that he refused to even mention his name throughout the 19 years of his rule. Was it that what is called that short man? And he is a saint because he doesn't want Akufo-Addo to open cases against Nana Konedu. We know it. When he say NDC can do FOCO, cannot do any FOCO because he is the founder. What can say, you know what is the NDC? How do you respond? Oh, he's entitled to his view. But I'm going to tell the NDC people, be careful. Rawlings wants to break your party. Rawlings is on the verge of breaking NDC because he cannot take NDC back. He cannot be accepted in NDC anymore.
But he's taking a new direction.
I say he cannot be accepted in NDC.
But NDC,
it's a party of the collectives. They say the masses have taken over the party. Any year, all what he's doing is to scheme, say, if it were possible, to take back the party. Okay. But NDC has outlived Rawlings It has won to me. There is no way, Rollins. And let me tell him something about him citing corruption, Adom for and today corruption. Mr. Rollins, he should do some sociological thinking, philosophical analysis about world trends. In 1979, we didn't have a radio station. We had only state broadcaster. We didn't have a private newspaper. There are sports newspapers. So the world has moved. Graph is now even issue about technology. So you see, it is now, we have a vibrant media. In 79, you dare not publish anything against its government. Okay. So today, people have courage. Agyapong will come and sit here and be listening to people who deem are corrupt because the democracy allow that. And that is why you think that every government that comes, you hear people shouting corruption. The corruption the AFRC came to approve was just scratching the surface. If the AFRC, the PNDC especially, had built this society like the Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia, like Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore, the kind of discipline they brought, like the South Korea, the Thailand, Ghana by this time would have been paradise. Okay, so if you want to trace the problems of Ghana today, trace it at the doorstep of Jerry Rawlings. 19 years of wasted effort.
Okay, Alhaji, thank you so much. So timid. Okay, Agyapong.
Nukreni, this is the best program all this time, yeah. And then Kwame was Alhaji Bature Kanokure. I know the wine, but as small can you mean once some go. Just say, not in Nimia Obeka, but he has dealt with the issues.
Okay, we're dealing with issues in the minute back pay. Let me try my home.
Oh, no, and the Abana, God damn it.
We pay for your dream promotion. One go so Samson na yeda lucky herba for us on the lucky V mixture badwa so ma CC dimu we pay. And fertilizer yin na ye cotton ya atum say Yara Miller Activa fertilizer eno na ye kodwa so akoton abo ama ye mfudie ne ha ba timi akoso kama and organic green foods nnuane ya di no chemicals e mu so no nsusu e de be ni pedua no eno nti na organic green foods for aba say na e de aduane a wodi no o ya hwie no apomodin so nsem kama na mfi nso kwa anim kama e de ama o hwe shop na Option Shell Filling Station Control Dansuman and after 0249 363789 and 0246 590978. Now, okay, Agyapong.
Nukureni Alhaji enede mi tuche mano na me nim asema obeka so ye ba ne waka fa Rawlings and the family hu nyina nukure. And sometimes I ask myself, had there moral rights na papa to criticize the system? Because we were young, we saw people who were shot. Ejebwadi, akwabi womikrum, on the ukum, the naval officers, takradi, a friend of Siopra, and over in the bar, airport to high, no sheche. Na sutra or ball Ghana for pa ne baby a omodia Unibank na a small mobile filling station mobile filling station Emma kerosene wiring any petrol tina manfo salai enti opanyini baako say okroso ba baby a social security ayido e beto aduane e ho anom start so mu bu ayido obehye mu no omo se wa cross line mesi manini me ntwa toronto obi aso na pay and you kun wo filling station chese bonia President Rawlings AFRC ni PNDC or ye no I am surprised yeah, Koma award we need in womb. Ghanaians don't know what happened, especially the youth. Well, but minimum I say, Obia see Fantunche and move forward. But Ukraine, election time will be inviting me to conduct GNTC. How the moves are there, Mrs. Rollins there. And Ukraine, if you are the person me a crime, one, because I'm for the truth. I am for this country. Sir Obi Timi Bekum Nipa. Feli, Aji loan 50,000 cedis that time. Or the bayer abefuo ewo asin edubiase. He was killed, sir. Or you soon influence. And the kwaji loan. The word is loan. So, and it's the same human way in our course. Now, to me, a man called for you, but you're the person kind of 40 years here, Alhaji Bature, as I'm a worker who say. A Diabano rolling said, Diano. And a who Abba Asu. Ne Ababa branches, no. Any what he himself is experiencing today. Ahoya Rollins di ba Ghana. Enu na wo NDC fo mu ene. Ahoya NDC ni bia hu obi a wo ye successful pe. Na ne bu ofu. Me wa wonya wo pe. Because me kaipa Rollins ba. I say we no go sit down make cheaters every day. No, walai. Na ruffians. I won't know how to manage a business. You see PDCs and CDRs. They took over successful people companies and running it. They run everything down. Me. And then Alhaji I can't make a be. Now you will train from Takoradi to Nkran. You're back your friend Express. Back your friend Boss. What you say? You will train from Fosu to Accra. You're back to Kede from Takwa to Kede. Bejimi Sabe, Bejimi Abrasupon. Our railway systems were working. Onwa was so baya, Oya Jinkwa, Obe Sevu Ghana. What happened? Yantria Gren Kobi Bisumi Alhaji Bature King. Papa Ninya 19 years to destroy this country completely. Because I'm telling you today. Now, why we should not pamper him? Then he said, the 19 years of dictatorship. Then go to the year to say Malaysia, or to the year to Singapore. But what happened? Now, former Minister of Health, NDC, Ash, Debbie, Bembe, Nansayan,
Professor,
your lecturer, bad boy, made a fantastic speech. That was SOS. I say, none of Papa Tibet. And I say, Tienia Obama Kano. Now, I remember his quotation very well. I say, the revolutionist, after the revolution, becomes a Democrat. Now, I give a sign. So, what Tienia Obama Eka? Ye lecture about Okoyu Pen. That was that day, as Temple. The boy was so fantastic. I said, wow. Rollins here could be a pet. I will whom say we are see a day. He also changed. I can give you number of girlfriends. Now, make sure I can maybe be Alhaji Bature. RT Briscoe. Yes. Bisase, who are the owners of the UNCC and what is the relationship? The girlfriend, and RT Briscoe, are you somebody who will justify or criticize corruption? You see, we cannot, and I repeat, we can't make people think gods for the evil things they've done in this country. Bonia omudi pa kwabrana usa Bobby Tro Fili or Babesia. Why I did not like that family? Tessano, near friend Tessano Gardens. We are 2 p.m. near Lashi Oba. Wa buy a banham or son as you say, or call a hine, a cania, a hine, a cania, bonahemuma, naked. the highest humiliation a woman will ever encounter in her life. I saw it myself. My sister Odimechi. For so abontin so na takra di soldiers na be take over. And mo bu abrewa bi. And waka na abrewa sa na mo bunu ne yi. See na be small girl no wadi be 12 as 13. Ya twin say de ne to woro no. My sister Odimechi, mo friend nam bi san say etro na media. Ya lash no. Edabi enyoma e course no. And Rollins senior to Ghana NDC for. So he has no moral right even to talk about corruption. But me the that's workers and Mahama corrupt. A woman buy a corrupt. But me a person me draw attention to say. Abana will do asu. The kind of training or the man. One say we see refraps bebre we din semfu ye kan se hunu e fie hudi ye de patapa. He trained them. Boachi Agyapong we dey me sorry fa che me na me ma history. Boachi Agyapong so yi ni yam se kire wo a. Jiwanum ko ye ku. Now, ya oko Christ the King akofa ne ma me wo sorry. Todu no ma blocko. Anna, obi say ase wo ko heni yi. Also ko farmer, o kasa also now this boy be Ashanti man pick him to Gonja barracks. O say do hye ankodem. Ya bunsu agu. Ni e be faw e kope na chese no ano no. Enti ohun se patentin eba. Also George. Me na de maba no. Okay, oh, you be too no. Kaya no ko dinajar na dem Boachi Agyapong Minister of Energy tomo didn't call hospital office wu ena students e call round the mates eno bo say otuchi onwi na ye pagya wo pa ma Boachi Agyapong enyiri yam say na hwade. Is that what we are seeing today? And if he say nipa bi ewu a sacrifice on life and a Ghana akonenim. Aduaba osu etu oduaye ade mayen enene. Bonia ekoso. Enipa yekum wo mu. Nobody, and I repeat, when the level of corruption going on in this country, nobody deserves to die. Every fact, also a person or chance who bema. And you're dropping a new deal, but they wanted to torture him. They know so born straight, a boha, you kill him, a both in Nasi to punish him. The and that is coming from Onua NDC, so we are able to tell you what happened. And Mrantian Mabawa, Omutian, from Waba, Woman 2 men NDC da. Ko Bonia Womutimono, Omurano de Stati, what he has encoy. Anybody who tries, so be resisting. Na Omo Assad line. Kwabra, yen to me enka enwie. Me mame, some tena hakachiro. Me say, omo ye ku. Na alatani bi, or the nyoma or alatani half, ekuapem half, or the nyoma breno or kanshi. So beton e kwa nyoma na sino. Na or the amano, beton bekobe banaye. Me say, Rollins year second coup, December 31st, 1981. Untumi fasika ko bank. Genuine money. What did Dracula win? Ukwa, unye scan wo hin. A mouse wa. Me wa ready. Omo ye a mabe 4 and we are 4. Omo papa contractor oda dan so man. Se na oba yenim. Yakofa no free ni fie woni ne yere da. Onim Bibi Bismarck na ofri abrochire ba. Se na ne yebehu Bibi Bismarck yenim. Rollins has no moral rights. And you use a fantastic word to say corruption is not only taking bribe but a new man a course ni ahoya see dia Rollins says so ye and no one this form to date na me chiro Rollins suban no ne awakan na me ka bia to so say Rollins yes we sent But I know the Oba and GMPC, a GNTC. You know what Ghana, Mamma Five, in some cannery, everything. Yes. But Obi Kopebidia. Say, and your Rollins and Ghana, you're quitting. Siao Tata. Uji Ghana near Juma. And no foreigners near running. Ousu, na Kous Motors, Organic Quatina Bijan. Poco Transport, Organic Quatina Bijan. The successful businessmen in this country. Rollins Tata Omo, Eji Juma, Edema PDC, and the CDR, and you're running it down. And only the downfall of Ghana as I speak today. And the one you guys see him as a hero, I name Mama. Because in your man a course airtime. A soldier for pa brabe brunipa. Now a bono numa, one say una, oh mamma no papa no more trim penalty, making a young woman. A bono numa, nature say nipa, a mirka would dear curfew, mirka, pa na di coffee. Oh my goodness. Many of them said people were going to die. People were sacrificing their lives for a better Ghana, an incorruptible Ghana.
Okay, Honorable Nila Devanda Ponsiosel, NDC and block no ruffians now who usually any reference there will hold on.
Okay, may reference. Okay, may thank you for the you know some politics what I say. But maybe sorry, may. But the kind of people who train here, bitterness a woman to date. Who use woman at the deep bonnet. But let's put everything behind. I know Ghanaians, they put everything behind and we are moving. But Nadia, Alhaji Bature, a program. I am telling you, I give you my respect. Was it Debbie? I'm sorry, man, and I could for the net. I'm sorry, man. We should be bold to criticize any
you see,
but you can who NDC for a tolerant chair MPP. Say MPP for na beka wo ho asem ayi a come in ruha. Ko yesima kaka say MPP for agimi. Till date, yes me you be bring me down. Nti wo de no ba bi ya won kra de tolerance wom. MPP for the woman yet tolerant company. A same way, ye share where ye see any muna. But the Yankupo is Shirano. Now was Shirano.
Oh, my.
Obia was about bringing Agyapong down. Yeah. Or a Juma power when him. A Juma, a one him. Because me am soon, and me no crabby DNT, mean create you as your kumami. And this I'm got transit plan is a Agyapong, where Miana no now will bring him down. I'll give you all of you to God. But don't forget, me were naked pictures. Me were naked pictures. I would give me one grab. Send your Messiah finish you Wagana. Stay put. Media means will be a wrong approach. Because I'll fight the system just like Alhaji Bature is fighting the system. We are building a nation.
Okay. Yeah, now we know our history. Nearby, and I'm a victim of June 4th and PNDC, which sent my father to his early grave. My father disagreed with the Rawlings idea until he died in 2008. I stood by Rawlings and I continued to stand by him.
Rollins, your papa said, yeah, for where did Jimmy? I mean, anyway, Jimmy for.
No, and Jimmy. And Jimmy.
I mean, that because I'm in the coverage upon.
Unti. And Jimmy. Say, no, who if it's okay, say, MP before Jimmy for. Who if it's and so that's him. Who can I yeah. Me say, Jimmy, sir. And so that's for a reason. Almost for a reason. Or maybe the reason new. Maybe the reason.
Meeting, I mind you see when you're.
It is
they misquoted
the principles now on what buy. Yeah. And no be na ye movie yekuta. For example, he doesn't believe in multi-party politics, and I don't believe in it either. I support him up to today. That's why I refuse to take any party card. I defend NDC, speak for NDC. I don't have any membership card because I'm not going to run for office. I don't believe in it. That's what Rawlings taught us. I'm restrained or constrained in saying certain things. But I want to warn those later day states now they think that they support Rawlings and so on. So they will go after you. Some of us, when we open our mouth, Rawlings, when they lock him in jail, they will throw the key in the sea. But we're not doing it. We're not going to do that. Because since the evolution of the 1992 Constitution, United States, Yenja, Bibia, and the NDC supporters, majority of them were victims of Rawlings' brutalities. But I met them with family. Why no General Utuka? They announced NDC. All the felly, no, they are NDC. Agyapong, even his family, they are NDC. Because we thought that as a country, let's move forward. But you don't try to climb the moral horse when you don't belong there.
Okay.
And let me tell them, so they should go and ask Kofi Adams. They should ask Victor Smith. When I started checkmating Rawlings, Kofi Adams told me that, oh, Rawlings will need me. Hey, Kofi Adams. And then, when said Rawlings will need me? Rawlings will need me. Bisano. So, why was he sending his driver to come and pick Alhaji Bature? Bisano, why was he begging me? Kofi Adams. Victor Smith ever had a cabaret show through Adom FM. What did me, sir? And they were Madame Fupa. Kofi Adams to hear Madame Fupa. Mo amudi Rawlings Echimuka say he is God. Munko besought Nisani Pomini. All the people who started with Rawlings, including those who broke the jail on June 4th to remove him from the room. What are they today?
Okay.
Omuni Rawlings started June 4th, PNDC, NDC, and then Omunina were him.
All right. June 6 memorial lectures. Agyapong and Alhaji Bature. Memorial lectures. That was for the inside. Ilante Vanderpoy, I'm so grateful. Thanks for drawing my attention. Thank you so much, Ilante Vanderpoy. I should be doing your video as well.
Me, I take my words back.
Alhaji Midasipi. Agyapong, thank you so much. I wish a woman called my captain, Major Mahama.
Oh, I know that.
And I feel a young quadrangle. Yakobona Basu, Timmy Cotana.
But per se, sir, comparison all year between Kufo and DCA, I was a William Rema Meneno. Okay. Yembetra, Namin Chren, Adia Kufo by or by what say? Oh, dear. Okay,
Yakobona Basu. You call it Yakobona Basu. I found Timmy Cotana.
Anapai.
Yakobona Basu.
Oh, I see.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, I'm glad you were doing it.